Hello guys and welcome back to our Arizona Adventure Park. And yeah, there were quite a few changes happening in here, and we might have a look at those changes before we get back into the small world. First of all, I put down some planters on the right side, and I also put down this little food truck. I always wanted to have them somewhere in the zoo, and yeah, here they are. And also I changed the entrance to the Cats Canyon so to make it a little bit more prominent. I hope you like it, and I put down these signposts everywhere around the zoo so that our visitors know where they might want to go for the next step. Yeah. We finished our Fennec Fox Habitat, and you see I changed the planters because I told you in the last episode that I didn't like them that much. And I also did some decoration on this side, put some fences down, put some plants down, and make it look nice. We also have a connection now on the upper part here from the small world towards the Cats Canyon on the upper side. And as I told you, I have built a building for our staff members right next to the small world so that the animals from the small world are being taken care of from this building. Yeah, and now we're going to have a look inside, the thing that we didn't do the last time. So here's the inside of our small world that is ready for our new animals. Yeah, and in this episode we are going to put in this house 2 more animals. By the way, I noticed that I did write Fennec wrong here. Yeah, I also put down some lighting for the night mode because I noticed that most, if not every animal that we have in this building is a nocturnal animal, so that it would make sense that there is lighting in this building in the night. Yeah, I did write Fennec wrong because in German Fennec is written with a K and not with a C like in English. So I changed it last minute, or I changed it later, and you might not see that in the video. But this is the habitat we are going to do right now. This is going to be the habitat for the Chinese pangolin. And first of all, I had to put down the keeper gate for the habitat. I chose that I wanted to have the entrance for the keeper always inside the building. The only exception for this is the habitat of the Fennec Fox, where we have the gate outside of the building. Didn't want to change that later on because I already had put down the planters in the inside, and there was no way to change that without deleting the complete planter and build it anew. And I really was in love with how the planter was looking, so I didn't want to change it and thought, okay, we can keep the keeper's gate for our staff members on the outside for this single habitat. But all the other keeper gates will be inside the building, as I said. Yeah, so I put down the barrier as well, changed the name of our habitat, and assigned it to the workstation of the small world so that our keepers can take care of the animals in here. And then we are going to do some work on the terrain to make the habitat look nice and tidy. Once again, I had a little problem with putting in the water because the surface level was quite a little bit weird. Yeah, awkwardly only in this habitat, because I didn't have any difficulties in the habitats for the other animals, but only the pangolin was a little bit yeah, a little bit weird. But never mind. I just had to live in the terrain a little bit, and then I was able to put in the water. And once again I put down some rocks in here because I didn't want to have the pool that steep or that deep. because I didn't want to have my pangolin swimming in there. Yes, I know pangolins do swim, and they can swim quite well or very well, but yeah, I didn't want to have them swimming in there because I wanted to avoid them drowning in their outside pool. Which is a thing that they won't do actually in the game, but yeah, I just didn't want it to have it that way, so that's why. Yeah, I'm also putting down the food enrichment for the animals in the inside because I was not sure if our keeper would be able to walk to the outside habitat through that small door that we have in here. So I decided better be careful and put it in the inside so that we won't have any problems with starving animals. Just putting down some rocks on the inside as well. And I was trying to put down desert plants on the outside because that would make sense because of the climate and of the biome we are building in, and to put down the plants that the animal might feel comfortable with in the inside of the building. Yeah, because I think I thought that would look nice and that would make much more sense than putting down some specific plants on the outside that wouldn't grow in this climate, but we would be able to have them in the inside and make them feel comfortable, and yeah. So here's now a lot of planting going on in this habitat, and I think in the end it looks pretty cool, and yeah, like everything that we have in this zoo already. I really fall in love with this zoo the much more it is growing, and to be honest, Arizona Adventure Park is definitely a zoo. If it was a real zoo, it would be one that I would like to visit. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to put down some plants on the inside that would actually grow where the pangolin is living, and make it a little bit different. Also in the inside of our building, not in the inside of the habitat, but in the inside of our building, those little planters that we have in between the indoor sections of the animals, I also chose to put down some different plants in them to give it quite a little bit of variety in there and make it look interesting, so that our visitors actually won't learn only about the animals, but also about the environment our animals are living in. Yeah, and as we do have quite a big building here, and quite a few habitats to finish, and to decorate and make our animals feel comfortable. The next 2 episodes, 3 when we count this in, will be about the small world. So we're not doing anything different in between, because I thought I want to finish this building so badly, and I want it to look nice and be ready for our visitors, so that I decided we have to finish this first before we go into something new. Yeah, the plan for the future is when this one is finished, we are going back into our Cats Canyon, and we're going to finish the Cats Canyon. You can let me know in the comments what cats you still want to see in the Cats Canyon. I'm planning to do 2 or 3 more habitats in the section between the small world and the Cats Canyon to connect both with each other, to have this area closed up. So I was definitely thinking about the lion. The lion is an absolute must that will go into the Cat Canyons, and yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see as well. So as I said in the beginning, I don't want to have any animals that usually live in very cold areas, like yeah, like the snow leopard or the Siberian tiger. So these are animals that won't go anywhere in this zoo. We just leave them out of this, but there's still left the cheetah. We have the cheetah, we have the jaguar, and do we have any other big cats or cats in game? I don't know. Yeah, just for you to know, the cats that we already have in the Cats Canyon are the Eurasian lynx, the clouded leopard, the cougar, and the Bengal tigers. So yeah, just let me know in the comments which cats you still want to see in there. Yeah, and here we are. We are finished with our pangolin habitat, and now it's time to put down our animals and have a look at them and see if they are comfortable. Sure, they might be comfortable because yeah, I selected these options in the menu, but just let's have a look at them and yeah, enjoy it for a minute before we go on with the next habitat. Yeah, and the Chinese pangolin is a very rare animal in zoos these days. In Germany we only have one zoo that is in Leipzig that is yeah, that have these animals. I don't know if it's the Chinese pangolin or if it's something else, but they have pangolins and they are the only zoo in Germany, and I guess in whole Europe. So I don't know if you guys in the US or in Asia you do have more of them in the zoos. Just let me know in the comments because I would be very interested in this. I know that San Diego Zoo, I think it was, has some of them, or at least had some of them as I have been visiting the zoo, but I don't know if they still have them. And I think they are very, very interesting animals. And very cute as well. Yeah, both of them seem to be very happy, so it's time for us to get into the next build and build our third and last habitat on the right side of the building. That would be the biggest habitat, at least from the outside, and that's going to be the habitat for the aardvark. So that's also the only habitat, or the only kind of habitat, because we have a second one on the other side that looks like this, that we don't have a fence for already. So I had to make a little custom fence. I tried some different things, and I just ended up with this simple fence here because I wanted the visitors to have a very good look at the animals, and I didn't want to put down some glass fencing or some netting like for the pangolin in there again. I just wanted to have something pretty different. Yeah, which was some kind of a little experiment, because yeah, like most of the small animals, the aardvark is very shy and gets easily stressed by the visitors. So I didn't know if it would work out if we yeah, if we have this fence in front of them. But yeah, in the end they could hide in the inside. If they get too stressed out, so they don't have to go outside all the time. Yeah, and I have to say, this habitat is one of my favorites because it turned out really beautiful and very natural, and I also used the burrow that we had in the Europe DLC for the animals, and yeah, I haven't seen the animals use it, and I also didn't put down a screen where you could watch the animals when they are inside the burrow. That is something that I will have to do in a later stage as well, because I really want our visitors to see the animals when they are hiding in the burrow. Yeah, and as I'm putting down the rocks here, you might already see where I'm going to place the burrow between. Yeah, and here we are. So this was kind of the perfect place for it. Yeah, the only annoying thing was that I had these yeah, this terrain gaps in here, so I had to close them with some rocks, but never mind, in the end it looked okay. And I also didn't want to put in too much trees or big plants in here, so they could distract from the whole habitat or take away too much of it, and wanted to keep it a little bit, sorry, wanted to keep it a little bit deserty, and I also that's why I chose to put down these big bushes, which I really fell in love lately, and and I use it a lot more now, as well in this zoo as in the Swamp Lake Zoo, because they also make very, very pretty bushes if you sink them in the ground. Yeah, just give the whole thing a little bit more coloration by putting down my favorite bushes, the Criasto bush, and also some cacti. I also do love these desert plants, these grasses and bushes that we have in here. They are so beautiful and make such nice habitats. And I also am obsessed with this here. I don't know what it is called in English. It's called like a palm lily in German, and yeah, I'm really obsessed with it because it makes such a beautiful yeah, such a beautiful plant in between, and makes it look so much nicer. So I love to put it down wherever it is possible. Also decorating the inside of the habitat again. Yeah, which was very similar to the outside, I have to say, because yeah, Aardvarks usually live in a deserty environment, so I didn't have to change that much on the inside. Just trying to cover up some of the tires. Yeah. And here I have to mention Mamselle. Mamselle told me in the last video that I should put down something between the tires that I put down here, because it wouldn't make much sense when there is sand between those tires, so that there has some kind of concrete to be beneath those and between those. Yeah, and she's absolutely right. I didn't do it until now, so that's definitely something I'm going to do. To be completely honest, I was thinking, why should I do that? People wouldn't see that, people wouldn't notice it. Because when you walk in there, you won't actually look at the floor and at the tires that I put down there, because you're going in and looking at the animals and just having a look from the side or something like this, and don't notice it. Yeah, but Mamselle noticed it, and as I said, she's absolutely right, and I'm going to change this definitely. Yeah, also something I wanted to talk about. As you have seen, I put on the upper part of the indoor habitat these signs that say the name of the animals that you might see in there, and I did some decoration on the sides of it. For the Fennec Fox, I put down these Fennec signs that were in the game. For the Pangolin, I put down these little Pangolin statues that we have in the game, and I also wanted to put something down for the Aardvark, and then I noticed, damn it, we don't have anything in game for the Aardvark. We don't have a sign, we don't have a picture or something like that. Yeah. So what am I gonna do? So I decided to just put down these tile pieces that we had from the North African DLC, or I might say from the African DLC. Later on, as I was going to build the other habitats on the other side, I noticed that we also don't have something that doesn't look comic-y for the badger, and also it was a little bit difficult for the meerkat. So I decided I'm going to change the part for the pangolin and for the fennec, and have these North African tiles everywhere to make it look similar. And I think it was not the worst decision, because in the end it looks pretty cool and pretty nice and gives the whole thing a little bit of color. So I'm very okay with that. I'm very happy with that, and I hope you are as well. Or if you have any other suggestions what I could do in here, just let me know in the comment, and I'm happy to change that and make it a little bit look better. Yeah, what I also had done, some of you might have noticed it on my Discord channel, which I'm going to be very happy if some more of you guys would join in, because you get some spoilers in there, and can discuss which direction we are going to next in our zoos, or what we are going to do. Yeah, I made some custom education boards. You won't see them in this episode, but sure in the next. And I'm going to change all the boards in our Arizona and zoo. Arizona Zoo. because I really wanted to have something different, and I had so much fun making these custom billboards, and yeah, so that's something you're going to see in the next episodes. Also, you might have seen that I put down some acacia trees in the center of our building. They will disappear in the next episodes, but they will have a comeback in the last episode of this building, because I really like them, and I thought that's the way to go inside. Yeah, the only thing that we have to do now is fill in the gaps that we have in the outside, between the outside habitats, to make it look a little bit nicer, and also putting down some statues, decoration and plants on the entrance on the other side for the building. Still, or again, putting down the meerkat statues, because I really love them and they fit the whole building so well. Yeah, and you might have noticed I also changed the fencing, the second fencing around the habitats, which was quite a pain to put them down, because yeah, they didn't align to the grid, and it was really a pain to get them around the whole building. But in the end, I made it. It took me some hours. Yeah, and here now we are with our aardvarks, but you might notice most of the animals, when you put them down, the first thing is they run outside. This aardvark tried to, turned around and didn't. Yeah, I noticed, which is pretty crazy, but the door was too small for the aardvark, so I had to put down a bigger exit for them, and I changed it a little bit, and everything was okay, and now the aardvarks are able to go outside and enjoy the whole habitat. Yeah, but I thought that was a little bit weird, because the aardvark is not that big of an animal, so why couldn't it walk through this little gate? Because yeah, naturally they absolutely would be able to do that, but yeah, it is what it is. That's also a slight problem with many other animals, where the gate is too low for them, or yeah, we might see that in a later stage with some of the bigger animals. So now you can see our aardvarks are happy to go outside, and don't they look so cute? I really love the aardvark. Yeah, and with that being said, we're at the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, just leave a like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episodes in Arizona. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next video. So bye guys.